Hello, there's a vital force for good in this world. And at this very moment, I have her with me through cyberspace. I have the great pleasure of introducing this wonderful goddess, Shamet. Hi, Shamet.
Hi, Heather. So nice to see you. Oh my goodness, this is so cool that we can connect from Sweden to New Zealand through cyberspace. So cool, huh?
Other end of the world.
I
I
know.
know. Cheers to
Oh,
you.
oh, cheers. Yep, we got our health tonics. We've got some kombucha, and I've
Oh,
got
thank you.
ginger, like a health immune system booster. So cheers.
Lovely to see you after so long.
Yeah, these are like COVID celebration drinks now, huh?
They are. Yeah.
Good health to wellness and to all good things for us.
Community.
Mhm.
I miss you so much. And when you did your beautiful dream studio, Diamond in the Bay, tell us all about that and tell us about your dream and what you feel about it. Now you're on the other end of the world and you're doing something new. But can you share what you did before?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Heather, for taking this time to interview me. I remember when you interviewed me many years ago for Om Baby, when I wrote Om
Oh,
Baby,
yeah.
Child of the Universe, and that was so much fun. And I have fond memories of that. So thank you
I
for
have
that.
to tell you, this woman does so many different things. She's an artist, she's a writer, she does chakra yoga, she does, I don't know, energy work. She's into crystals, into light work. I mean, it's endless. So you speak for yourself, sorry.
Okay, I love you. So yeah, so Diamond in the Bay was an amazing dream that I had when I was down in Island Bay on the beach with my kids. And I was watching all the dancing diamonds upon the ocean. And it literally just dropped in. And I realized, oh my goodness, Diamond in the Bay yoga. I can do all of my woman circles, my healing, my chakra yoga, like everything from my home. How wonderful. Diamond in the Bay. And I got really excited because then I saw a rock that was standing on end that was in the shape of a diamond. And I took that as a sign. And it was actually the man that goes around and he balances all the rocks in
I,
Island Bay. Yeah, he's so cool. I love him. He's really good with the kids too. He's helped shown them how to balance the rocks. But anyways, it was a series of that dropping in and then a whole bunch of synchronicities, like over and over again, just aligning me to know it was exactly what I was meant to do in for that time. So it was my soul path purpose. And that's why it was so powerful. Like I remember when I went shopping for Diamond in the Bay to kit out my studio, everything at the warehouse really cheap and on sale was diamond shaped. So diamond lights and diamond this and diamond that. And it was just like, I felt like the universe was orchestrating this amazing support for me in the healing work that I was doing. And so, yeah, it was a really powerful time and an amazing vision, dream. It was definitely channeled and it was really powerful. And I miss that part that, when one dream comes true and comes to fruition and then grows like it did. And then, my dream of bringing Anadea Judith over to Wellington. And so that happened right before I left. 35 participants, beautiful, beautiful beings, healers, teachers, therapists came. And it was such a magical, magical, dream come true and the manifestation of that coming true and the alignment, even like you remember at the airport, they painted a rainbow right before she came, and the crossing in Wellington downtown, they painted a rainbow. So I told Anadea, I was like, oh my goodness, Anadea, like Wellington's getting ready. And it really did feel like, because I had a premonition before it happened that she would be coming. Because originally she said, I don't know about coming because of my carbon footprint, but I said, Anna Day, I just see you coming. I see you in Wellington. And then for her to come and then it to be so successful, and it wasn't just the chakra therapy training, but then it was the Amazon rainforest performance piece and the Global Heart Awakens talk at the Beach House and Kiosk, which is where I also taught yoga, which is my favorite cafe in Wellington. So, and was down the street from my house. So, it was so much success on every level that honestly, I have had a bit of my heartstrings being pulled at then moving to Sweden at the kind of pivotal where everything was really like taking off for me. Then
It must have been so hard when you built up so much, and you're tireless in your energy to make good. And then suddenly it's like you're on the other side of the world. How does it feel to have had to abandon that part of your work?
Yeah. So when I was packing up the studio, I was putting everything in boxes. I actually literally sat there and cried and cried and cried. And I thought, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, why am I packing up all my dreams? Because, as you know, I was living, and we still own our dream home, but I was living in my dream home in Island Bay by the sea, like everything 100%. You're down the street from me, like everything, all my dreams came true. And then I was leaving all of that. And I literally just cried and cried. And it was really hard. But then I opened a box and there was something in that box that showed me, it was a very clear sign because I had a premonition that I was meant to be in Sweden, that our family was meant to be in Sweden. And it was exactly that. And then I really started crying because like, okay, it is definitely meant to be that I'm supposed to go to Sweden. So sometimes one dream has to end in order for a new dream to emerge. So yeah.
Your energy is amazing. Where do you get that passion from? I mean, you just seem to go from strength to strength. I mean, I'm in awe of it, really.
Oh, thank you, Heather.
How did it all happen?
My energy comes from source energy, from being connected. The song, I don't know if you know that song, Stay Connected, the writing's on the wall. If you're connected, stumble, you won't fall. It's an old 80s tune. It's been playing in my head this morning. And when you just asked me that, that's the song that came in, is that it's about alignment. It's about, when you charge your phone, you plug it into the wall, it gets a charge. So for me, I get my charge from plugging myself in to the energy of the earth, to the energy.
So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter. You can be in New Zealand and Sweden, in America, anywhere you could be in. Yeah. So what are you doing in Sweden? And what's next for you?
So when I came to Sweden, I had all my plans. I was going to go back to school for psychology, get my master's degree. Like I had all these things I was going to task myself onto, which I did. And I started down that process. But at the same time as doing that and learning how to take my business online. So I did an online course on launching my business online, because I had a reading with Tabosh right before I left Wellington, and he said he saw all my teachings online, and that was the next step for me. So I was in the process of doing that. I was doing the psychology degree and learning how to take my business online, as well as getting my whole family situated in Sweden and a new country, learning how to drive in Sweden and new languages and all of it. But something in me kept saying, it's time to go on a vision quest and let go of everything you think you should be doing and just
Mm.
let it all go. So that's what I did. I went on a vision quest, and I have a forest like literally 3 minutes from my house. So I've spent almost every day in the forest, because we have a dog too and the kids. So walking the dog and spending lots of time in meditation in the forest. And I just kept getting this, the time is now, and you cannot be waiting any longer. People really need this work, and you need to come out of the cave, come out of the closet, and be who you are and do your life path purpose work. And so that's where I'm at right now. I have come out of the closet and owned
I
that I'm
never saw you in a closet, actually.
what is it?
I never saw you in a closet.
What is it?
But I never saw you in a closet, but gosh, I can't imagine. Well, I can actually. I can imagine this glowing light, this amazing priestess coming out of the closet.
Well, I know it's probably no surprise to everyone that knows me, but to say that I'm a priestess, but to actually come out with wearing a crown, saying I'm a priestess, for me has been, maybe coming out of the closet's not the right way, coming out of the cave, coming out of the, like, to actually just own it.
Owning your power. Yeah.
Yeah. I know people
Oh.
that know me are like, of course you're a priestess. Like, I know. And the people that work with me are like, yeah, you're a priestess. Like, get over it. But for me, actually, Heather, it was very, very emotional and very, very scary. And, I put it out there, and then I took it back, actually, and then I put it out there, and then I took it back. And my coach that is helping me, that's supporting me through this process, was very encouraging. And for me, what's come up is, how scary it can feel to be seen, and to really, like, fully 100% step into that power, own it, say it, and then put it out there, because of the history of, women of wisdom being, persecuted, ostracized, burned at the stake, demonized, all of that, feminine wound, redemption of the feminine spirit stuff. I know that I have had past lives of being burned at the stake. I have, in this lifetime, been ostracized and persecuted and demonized and attacked for literally who I am. So yeah.
As you're coming into being your true priestesshood, what will you do with that?
Yeah, so I have I want to share one more thing that happened to me just a few days ago. I just want to highlight, I had actually online somebody verbally did attack me for who I am, for being a healer, for being a medicine
Troll.
woman. Yeah, and I kind of did some investigation into who this person was, and they're on some levels, like, we are in a bit of a spiritual warfare, if you will, with politics and everything that's going on in the world. And so for some people, they are radically Christian, and they're radically have different opinions about things. And this particular person is what my husband calls an internet troll, and that's what they do. They will go out of their way to target people like me, healers, priestesses, and try and tear them down. And it was like one of those, it really hit me pretty hard, because it's like, wow, this is why I was afraid of being seen. This is why I was afraid of putting myself out there, because, as my coach says, Oh, Shamet, welcome to the world of really stepping up your game, because when you step up your game and you are in alignment with your power, like really truly in your power, that's when you get the haters. Like, and so then it's like staking a claim and standing strong in who you are. So, you know, stepping into your power and knowing who you are and being who you are can bump up against other people's resistance, other people's paradigms, and trigger people. You know, just by me being who I am, I naturally then, you know, it's a ripple effect of empowering those that want to be empowered, and then being met with that power struggle that's going on between the feminine and the masculine as well. So yeah, I wanted to communicate that. But yeah, back to what was your question again? What am I doing with it?
Well, because knowing you, you'll be sharing it somehow. So I want to know, what's your plan?
Yeah. So my plan is to make, you know, do videos like this, like we're doing today, to spread awareness to the feminine power that's within us all. And I've also started up my own online mystery school and priestess training. I'm very excited about it. It's a 9-month program, Awakening the Priestess Within. And yeah, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. It's all just really been downloading into me, and everything that I've been doing in my life for the last almost 20 years on and off has gone into the program. So, you know, as you know, I've studied lots of different modalities, and I've brought all of the pieces together and created the priestess training. So it's really, you know, a mind, body, spirit, integrative, wellness, healing, empowerment modality. So yeah, very, very excited about it.
So who's likely, how are you going to get the word out, and who is likely to be either strong enough or have enough background to take it on?
Yeah, so I have already been working with 2 groups of women since I've been here. I've been doing an online Manifesting Your Most Abundant Life 7-week series through the chakras. And then I did another course, Awakening the Psychic Centers and Developing your intuition and psychic abilities. And that's just finished. So I have already done 2 online courses that went really, really well. I loved it so much, and the women loved it. And like, it was every Sunday, and every Sunday I'd be like, yay, I get to meet with all my powerful women and goddesses, and, you know, talk about magic and just vibe off of each other, drink kombucha and do oracle readings. And it was just, amazing. And they got so much out of it, and they were feeling so good. They're like, we want more. And I was like, I want to give more. And so it came from that too. And so several of them want to do the priestess training and want to keep working with me, which is fantastic because I love them. They're my like soul clients, meant to be goddesses that, you know, I love is just as much as they love me. And we're getting, you know, a lot from each other, and it's just been beautiful, like, a dream come true. And I've just been really loving working online too. Like, I've been able to think about my Zoom room as my inner sanctuary and my like temple of healing. So it's fun. And like, I had all the ladies dress up with their crowns and kombucha and get all goddessy and
Those
we have
wonderful
a lot of fun.
chocolates you make. You make those wonderful chocolates with the essential oils? I bet you do.
Yeah, well, I can't give people chocolates in cyberspace.
Oh, no.
But I have the ladies bring their own chocolate, and we all have chocolate together too. You know, there's certain things that.
So that means that anyone in the world can actually learn to be bring out their inner priestess with you, because it doesn't matter where they are.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tailor-made for anyone in the world who's up for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole world has really opened up to me since I've been in Sweden. And so that's been really amazing. Like I have, since I did my coaching certification, I now have, you know, connections in a lot of different countries, Egypt, Europe, the States. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And Australia. So yeah, it's really good. So the priestess training as well, I've had a couple calls of beautiful women being interested in the program that haven't worked with me yet, and they're quite excited to do the program as well. So I think what is happening is on an energetic level, the soul clients that are meant to work with me will be gravitated towards me.
I would think they're probably listening to this right now.
Well, hopefully.
Because if they are, they're probably up to that level and ready for you. Yeah?
Yeah, I think there is some of that, Heather. So thank you for bringing that up. I think it is all about alignment, and if you know people are ready, because it is transformative work. And you know, women or men, I'm not saying men are not allowed into the training, but you know, if a man does want to come into the training, he really needs to accept and love his own inner goddess, because it really, like the goddess,
he can be a priest, can't he?
yeah,
God and a
totally.
priest. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. So we're
Yeah.
not being sexist here.
No. It really is about the honoring of Mother Gaia, right? So yeah, of honoring the feminine energy within us all. Like I believe that we have our inner feminine and our inner masculine. And so, and because of, you know, living in a patriarchal society, it's become very patriarchal. And so the awakening of the priestess is about awakening that feminine power and creating balance within ourselves and a better relationship with Mother Earth and the universe, the cosmos. So it.
And I know that you're very in tune with what's happening with the world at the moment. Any final thoughts on that, you know, saving our planet and us along with it? Well, the planet might save, but we might not.
Yeah, we're in a very pivotal time. We are in the awakening, and it's really, to me, you know, and you know, I'm very passionate about healing ourselves. So for me, the priestess training is all about everything that I morally, ethically, spiritually believe in, and feel that it's my mission, my path, my life path purpose work. And I've known this since I was a little girl. You know, when I was little, I'd watch Wonder Woman, and she was from the Amazon, and she'd come from another planet. And her planet, you know, they all had ESP and were on you know, on a different frequency, very evolved race. And then, you know, I'm talking about old school Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, you know, and even the new movie Wonder Woman's great. And so I knew, I was a little girl, I just knew, I was like, I'm an Amazon woman. I'm from somewhere else. I've come to planet Earth to help bring peace, to bring heaven to earth, to bring harmony, to bring love, to bring balance. And, you know, where I'm from, intuition, psychic abilities, all that is just normal. And so I'm here to assist and help with the evolution and the awakening of consciousness on the planet. Yeah.
That's wonderful to me.
So
I'm so pleased you're doing
about
that. All power to you.
Yeah.
And all your bodies, all your priestesses, all power to the well-being of the world.
Do you want me to explain what being a priestess means?
I thought you'd just done that We're going to come into our own individual priesthoodness. And that in itself would actually spell the way, wouldn't it? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I think I want to just add to, for me, the priestess is about being connected to not only the earth and the animals and what's going on with Mother Gaia, environmental. I mean, it's vast, right? There's a lot of different components to being in touch with Mother Gaia. And I think especially right now with coronavirus, there's a lot of people being afraid, like going into fear of the earth and going into that fight or flight mechanism of fear. And so the priestess is in I call it priestess power, is in knowing that the dark of the forest or all the things that have to do with Mother Gaia are natural and actually not to be feared. And so it's not that a priestess doesn't have fear, like we do have fear, but we acknowledge what that is. And instead of, going into that fight or flight, it's like actually sitting with it and deepening that connection and grounding the energy to the earth. And I think in a lot of ways that's very different than a lot of the spiritual traditions where they're all in the upper chakras. So the priestess path, the feminine priestess path, is about really rooting down like a tree and being connected to nature and to the cycles and to the earth and to the wisdom of the earth, and that support, that root support, but also being connected to our body temple, our mind temple, our love. So the body, the chakras, so the body, mind, soul, and the chakras, the energy centers. And then also being connected to the universe, the cosmos. And so it is an alignment with all aspects of who we are. And then our embodiment of our soul, our spirit in our temple, but also then the connection that we all have on a microcosmic level to the macros. So all of our relations in our family, our friends, our community, and beyond. And so when we are in alignment, each and every one of us, with our soul path purpose and really connected, to all aspects, then we can heal ourselves, we heal the world, we can heal our generational patterns and reprogram our beliefs. And then with that healing, and then we can release the old stories and create the story of what we're really wanting to create. So my really big dream and vision has been to create world peace on the planet, which is a huge and tall order. Like when I was a little girl, and I'm always honest about everything, but this is completely honestly what happened. I was a little girl. I can't even remember how old I was, like maybe 6 or 7 years old. And I was sitting on Santa's lap and he's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I looked at him, I said, "I want world peace." And he just looked at me like, "Come on, kid." At that time, I really thought it was Santa. So he's looking at me like, "What do you mean you want world peace? Don't you?" And he did. He said, "Don't you want a toy or something?" And I said, "No, I want world peace. Can I have world peace, please?" And he was like, he actually said to me, "A toy would be a lot easier for you. Why don't you just ask for a Barbie doll?" And I didn't understand why I couldn't have that for Christmas. And now, that I'm an adult, I realized that he was a man dressed up in a Santa costume going, "Come on, kid," and this is in America too. But for me, I really do believe that world peace is possible if we can all heal ourselves. So that's like my biggest mission of what I'm all about, is healing, helping facilitate healing for each person. Because if each person healed themselves, then imagine the ripple effect, and then each person in the family and the generational wounds would be healed. And like, I do believe it's possible. Anadea says, one chakra at a time, one human at a time, and so, and then it just grows, and it creates waves. And I know that to be true. I know that within my own family, like when my mom healed herself, and Goddess bless her, when she made some huge changes in her life and she went back to school, she got her degree, it rippled out into the family. My sister ended up getting her degree. My brother ended up going back to university. Like, it created a whole ripple effect in our family, and really like amazing healing took place. And what I've been doing, yeah.
This sounds like a life part of work. For somebody who wants to do the training, what actually will be involved for them? I mean, you've been on the path for a very long time. What can they expect when they join?
Yeah. Okay. So I have created a page, and I'll connect it to this. It's called a lead page, and it's got all the information listed because it is quite involved. And that explains like everything, the curriculum that is in the program. Basically, for 9 months, you get my one-on-one and group support. And so we meet every Sunday, and we meet in a group. You also get some one-on-one calls with me. I think it's 4 one-on-one calls, 90-minute sessions, as well as a private Facebook group and an online mystery school with lots of PDFs and videos and training of lots of different information. There's also going to be other masters in the field that I have amazing relationships with that are coming and do interviews like this and master classes. So that will be part of it. So it's going from the root chakra to the crown chakra, moving through the chakras. So the first, module is all about developing the foundation, developing support, generational wound healing, like really looking into our own programs, our own generational patterns, and working one-on-one and on a group level to see our blind spots, see the programs we want to update, and move through that. And so it's a very transformative 9-month process. Like when we get, some of my highlights is like when we get up to heart chakra, we do a self-love and marriage ceremony, which you were part of in Wellington. And so that's a beautiful way of celebrating and really committing to yourself. And then at the end of the program, we do a ceremony where you get your initiation into priestesshood as well. And so that's another ceremonial rite that we'll do together. And then my goal is like to bring healing, facilitate healing. Like, of course, everyone has to heal themselves. I'm just the guide and the facilitator. I don't promise to heal anyone. Like, everyone has to heal themselves. That's the way it works. But I can facilitate and guide the healing journey and process. And so I hold the safe and sacred space for the women to be held during their, what I call the cocooning. So it's like going into the cocoon and going through the metamorphosis, and out the other side, having a transformative experience through that journey. And then I'm going to put a website together and have everyone that's come through the priestess training to be listed on the website. So also creating that support and yeah, upholding that, you know, group of women that are rising up in their power. So it doesn't just stop after 9 months. Like,
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. It's,
Oh, well, that's amazing.
yeah. I had a huge vision. It was like, da, 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 da. I was like, whoa, okay. And then that Tabosh, you know, the channel Tabosh, you know, Blair, he's wonderful. And he's always been accurate, like, about everything that he said. I see all this, la 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 la. Now I'm like, oh my God, it's all happening. So it's very, very exciting. As you can see, I'm very, very excited about it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing so much about it. And I'm sure that you'll get lots of people wanting to come and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, Heather, for me, it's not about having a lot. It's just about having the aligned people that really are ready for this. They're ready to up level, you
I
know.
do think there are a lot of people, a lot of women who are actually ready for it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
the
so.
time's come, isn't it? The time is now.
I think it is. I believe it is, especially with
Yeah.
everything that's going on in the world. Like, you know, women, it's time for us to step into our power and be who we are. And, you know, also, and but not in a feministic kind of way though either, because I think, you know, this somehow, when we try as women, when we took our power back, in some ways I felt like it's more of that patriarchal energy where we then, and me too, like I went through this. I remember when I got my Jeep Wrangler and I was like, I'm going to be a tough girl, I'm going to be strong, you know, and I shaved my head and I had my Jeep Wrangler and my combat boots, and it was like I became a man in a lot of ways. Like, and so the priestess training is about being in your power as a woman, but then also being a powerful feminine woman, like being able to wear dresses and a crown and feather earrings and be soft and sweet and loving and kind, but at the same time being totally badass and not allowing other people to take our power away. So there's a like being soft and strong, and like putting our stake in the ground and saying, no more, I'm going to be who I am. Even if I wear pink and am sparkly and sweet, I can still be strong.
It's really the time for the unique individual, whether they're a man, a woman, or any. I mean, the sex is not important, is it? It's the sovereignty of the individual, and they're coming into their own special power. So, yeah. And there's
Sovereign.
a lot of
Yeah.
men who actually are breaking the patriarchal mold as well, which
Yes.
is lovely.
Yes.
Mm.
I know. I love men that channel their divine feminine. And yeah, so I definitely want to really put it out there that, you know, I'm more than happy for men to step into this priestess training. It's all about the alignment of your soul path purpose and the healing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. So yeah, to me, it's not about gender at all. It's all about being you know, spiritual mover and shaker. Like, I see this program being for all the amazing switched on souls that really feel a calling to make a difference on the planet, to, you know, create change, the movers and the shakers, the healers, the counselors, the coaches, the you know, all the different, doesn't matter actually what you do. I've had some women that I've worked with that are, you know, activists doing amazing work on the planet. And I love supporting them because then they're going out and making all this change happen, which is fantastic. But they're also like, I've had clients that are makeup artists, And when they put on the makeup for whoever they're doing the makeup for, they're creating a healing experience for that person. So, you know, I want to be careful not to pigeonhole it, you know, because this is for anyone that is truly ready to align to their soul path purpose and really do what they've come here to planet Earth to do. And so it's about, yeah, it's about awakening to whatever superpower and unique brand of magic each person has. Yay! Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing all that, Shamette. We'll meet again in cyberspace soon.
I know that you said to me, let's try and make it a short one, but I don't know how to do that.
I know, I've tried to give you a hint.
So much to say.
Bye.
Okay, I love you, honey.
Love you too.
Okay. Okay. Good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much for interviewing me.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see.